They've done an enormous amount for the breed because of what they bring to the table in regards to their belief in the cattle, in their doing ability and their eating quality.
They're terrific people, very family orientated, old fashioned, yet right on the edge of technology.
Obviously, Speckle Park are unique in their appearance, but what's actually attracted us and kept us in the breed and pushing forward is what's under the coat.
Speckle Park is a breed developed in Canada that's made up of 5 breeds. There's Teeswater Shorthorn, Aberdeen Angus, Galloway, Highlander and Jersey.
You know, they were some of the first people to go outside of Australia and really start sourcing genetics from Canada.
We went to 4 or 5 different studs and bought embryos out here, and that was the start of the base, I guess. And then from there we looked at those animals and we thought, well, we had some work to do to tidy them up and breed them relevant for the Australian environment. We've since then invested heavily in New Zealand genetics, particularly Mungahina, and those bulls have had a massive impact on our herd today, and the females that are coming through are really the type that we want.
Really efficient animals, we've proven that through feedlot trial work, and we observe it here every time it gets dry. They're the cows that are still fat and shiny at the end of the dry season.
They have a really explosive hybrid vigour in a first cross, and we find that meat quality traits come out in a first cross. So very quick off the blocks, grow really quickly, extremely high yielding. So as a terminal, they offer a hell of a lot over other British bred European type breeds, even Bos Indicus cattle in the north. Early to slaughter, high quality product, very efficient at their conversion. There's so many positives in this breed, but at the end of the day, the meat is what it's all about. We're producing a high cost protein. It's expensive in the marketplace and it has to be good. And we've eaten this meat now for 8 years and it is consistently high quality, and was, I guess, the impetus for us to do the research.
We invested nearly $40,000 in research through the University of Newcastle, meat research. We collected muscle samples from 25 yearling stud heifers and 25 bulls. What was identified is a low fat melting point overall, which is a trait that's important when you start to look at meat eating quality and the eating experience for the consumer. The other thing that was really identified strongly, 11 of the samples achieved source levels of omega-3. So we're talking greater than 30 milligrams per 100 grams of tissue. And so the researcher himself is really excited by what he found and will continue to do more research.
This meat has a softness to it that's quite unique, and it's got a real explosive flavour. It's got a lot of moisture in it when you cook it. It's just really palatable to eat. And I really do believe it can, support a branded product, and it will excel at food service.
First and foremost, we're about longevity. So we want to produce animals that last, survive and thrive, go on and perform, yes, but also last. Structural integrity is first and foremost, right up there with docility.
There's nothing worse than working with uneducated cattle, and the education starts here at day one.
From there, we want animals that are good to handle, good temperament, they're fertile, they breed well, they thrive well and fit the landscape that they're born and raised in. And we're really trying to breed animals that naturally support themselves with minimal inputs.
We welcome an independent structural assessor to look at every year drop twice. We performance record all of our animals, 10, 11 traits observed for each animal, and that information, all that raw data being fed into breed plan, ensures increased accuracy in the estimated breeding values of our animals. So Quistacat is a 2019 born sire, and he's really been our first JAD prefixed sire that's gone on to breed so well. We've used Quistacat here as a yearling, so his first year drop were born here in 2021, and we've used him each year since. He breeds a beautiful female, really feminine female that really typifies what Speckle Park are all about. So the Marshall's just clocked on 2 years old, and his first calves are hitting the ground now. Really impressive phenotypes.
We actually sold his mother as a heifer. We flushed her, and she's one of those ones that's a success story. We actually bought the female back. He had 3 ET sisters. They're all exceptionally good, and he's a bull that I'm extremely excited about. He's phenotypically flawless, and the temperament is beyond belief docile. He is the ultimate phenotype that we want to produce more of. I'm a massive believer in a bull. They've got to be athletic. The most important time they spend is when they're on their back legs, and they've got to be able to get around a herd of cows and breed them. Both Quistacat and Marshall have got exceptional hind legs set up on them, and they're really free moving bulls. And both of those bulls have got tremendous motion. Angus for us is obviously one of the major breeds in southern Australia and pushing further into the north, and we felt that it was a great opportunity for us to, I guess, benchmark with the Speckle, the two breeds together.
We've really enjoyed being a part of both breeds and getting to really know both breeds well, such that a couple of months ago we held our first Queensland sale up at Rolleston in central Queensland, and that was the first time we offered our Angus at auction. Across the two sales, we offered and sold 71 bulls, so that was a big step up for us.
You know, it's something we look at continuing to do, and the type of cattle that we breed, the functionality of them, I think they have a real place in the north. So it's exciting, that market up there, and obviously something we want to build on in the years to come.
We decided to get the boys started with a sheep stud. They grew this interest in some potty sheep, and so that's transpired that now they've started Mim Jack Hampshire Down studs.
Well, when Jack was very young and I was just born, he couldn't say Mitchell, so he used to call me Mim. So that's where he got Mim from, and then his name's Jack, so he got Mim Jack, basically. That's how he got the name. We chose Hampshire Down because of the quality of their meat. The meat's more juicy and succulent, so we went with Hampshire Down for that reason.
Well, I think it keeps them grounded, you know, like they've got their chores every day, and I just think it's great discipline for them, teaches them work ethic, and they really enjoyed it, and it's great for them to grow up in and around animals and in the business. So.
Oh, we're very lucky to have clients in every state of Australia, and we've sold genetics and animals to New Zealand, Canada, the United States and the UAE as well.
Very diverse client base and probably becoming more and more commercially focused all the time.
Without a doubt, Justin and Amy, they put in the hard yards, they actually put their money where their mouth is. They've bought the progeny of the steers portion from all our cows for the last 2 years, and they've put them through their program. They've followed them through to be killed. They've got the data, reviewed that data and making decisions based on that. I don't know of any other operation that's following through like that.
That's probably one of the most exciting things that I find in the stud industry is the people and the connections and the feedback, and you know, going and looking at those bulls 2-3 years down the track and see not just how they've held up, but the progeny that they've produced, and that's, I think, a really important part of it. It seems like we've done an enormous amount in our 12-13 years of business. Our farm's pretty much fully improved. We've built our dream home. We've got beautiful infrastructure. We've got great staff. I'd like to be more involved out in the broader industry. I think we need to get off farm a lot more and get out there and connect with people and talk about what we're really passionate about with the cattle and the sheep. It's a real strong focus for us at the moment is to continual improvement, and I can see it year on year. They're certainly getting better every year.